Let's talk about Middle East.
I think the repercussion of the Middle East crisis has not even started yet. I think it's going to get much, much worse when growth is low or negative, and yet
You mean in Middle East or globally?
globally.
Wow.
And growth will be very low. And you have to look at it in the context, the historical context. Between 2010 and 2020, China produced so many goods, it was freely tradable. You go to a Walmart in the US, a t-shirt used to be $15. China made so many so cheap, you could buy it at $8 now. Interest rates were low. Now we're at a point where between tariffs, between supply disruptions and other issues, all this is reversing. There's a lot less good being produced right now. And that will get us into a stagflationary period, because what's happening in the Middle East is oil prices, of course, are going up. Natural gas prices are going up. But at the same time, the Gulf was producing about 30% of worldwide fertilizers. A lot of these fertilizers are being used to grow food, especially in Southeast Asia, in India and so on. It's going to get a lot more expensive to grow it now. Now, China was another big source of fertilizer for Southeast Asia. And China announced March 20th, we are stopping all exports because they don't want food prices to go up too much in China, which means that Southeast Asia now, where we live, we are not getting fertilizer from the Middle East, we are not getting fertilizer from China. How are we going to have chicken rice for $3? I don't know. It's going to have to go up. Yeah. So the Middle East problem is not just a problem of energy, it's also a problem of food. And it is a huge problem for semiconductors, because when you build semiconductors, you need helium. And helium is produced as a byproduct from gas extraction.
Right.
Both Taiwan and South Korea, which are two of the biggest producers of chips, they're getting the vast majority of the helium from Qatar. Taiwan is getting over 70% from Qatar, from one facility. And that facility was damaged recently. So there's almost no helium coming out from Qatar anymore. And this might be the situation for the next 2 or 3 years. If 70% of the helium supply for Taiwan is no longer there, where are all the NVIDIA chips built? It's all coming from Taiwan. And Taiwan is going to have to compete with South Korea, like Samsung. They're going to fight over this helium. No matter what, there's going to be a lot less chips being made, which means the price has to go up. So now we have electronics having to go up, we have food going up, we have electricity going up, and we have gasoline going up and gas going up. You're going to have stagflation. And then you have Trump with the tariffs on top of it, and all the other trade imbalances and problems we're having. So it's very clear over the next 5 to 10 years, we are going to feel the after effects of it. And when all of this happens, a stagflationary period, stocks are not going to do well, because demand is going to fall, people are not going to have as much money to buy things, but yet your cost of capital goes up. So it's the worst of all worlds.